Preparing for OET in 30 days or less? Yes, you can. By now, you already know when your test is and where you stand in terms of your preparation. Don't worry, even if you feel anxious, that's quite normal. How much do I need to score? Will I be accepted to the country of my preference based on my individual score as well as my total score? We need to do a critical self-assessment and ascertain where we are in terms of our current status, in terms of score, and what is desired. The number of days left ahead also needs to be accounted for. Therefore, the two main aspects would be time and self-assessment. I would call this as gap analysis. If I am already confident about my English language skills, I need to be only worried about my preparation, the tips, tricks, and strategy I would adopt for listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Taking a mock test would give me a feel of where I stand now. And trust me, you have a lot of them available online. Let me know if you are not able to spot one for yourself. After taking up a mock test, I would get to know my weak points and focus on areas to convert them into opportunities. If I'm targeting a score of 350, that's not bad at all. I would break it down like this. Score 400 in listening, score around say 300 to 350 for reading. Writing, I think I would score 300 to 350, and for speaking, I could score between 350 to 380. On the upper side, I could score around 370. On the lower side, 340. That's still 10 points short of my target. Mock tests would help me do a critical self-assessment and look at areas where I need to focus on and maximize where my strength lies. If there are specific sub-tests that I have an issue with, say, for example, listening has 3 sub-tests. Part A, we need to pick up specific information, phrases from a conversation, and because you're a healthcare professional, then medical jargons would not be new to you. From Part B of listening, they hear your test on grasping the essence, the details, logics, the reasoning, linkage between text, procedures, follow-up, etc. is going to be evaluated, but you have only 50 seconds or less. You might hear a single speaker or 2 speakers in a conversation. Please do not rely on videos on the internet for Part B in listening because they are far from being authentic. Now comes Part C in listening. Here, your ability to follow an interview or presentation is being evaluated. Of course, it's going to be a healthcare related topic. You will have multiple choice questions, MCQs, to deal with, answering questions on definition, details, opinion, suggestions, etc. For most, this part could be tough to handle. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. Let me know if you need assistance in finding podcasts or related videos to crack Part C. Like learning the lyrics of a song without much effort, I learned Ek Ladki Ko Dekha To after listening with 7 to 8 times. I would follow the same strategy for Part C and use my free time to my advantage. I would certainly seek the help of a coach or mentor to assist me in this area and on areas where I see a weakness. Let's move on to reading. Reading has 4 subtests. Being a healthcare professional, I might not have the habit of reading. Let me be honest with you. However, considering the short time ahead of me, I might want to pause a bit and start reading relevant material to practice reading. Reading Part A. Here, you will resort to ACE reading or quick reading or diagonal reading, sometimes called as skimming, to find relevant text matching the subtests A, B, C, or D, as we also need to use the letters as answers in the first part of the reading test. We only have 15 minutes to answer 20 questions, and it's all about speed, spending less than a minute per question. Scattered or all over the page reading is what I would practice to get a hang of highlighted words, headings, subheadings, statistical or quantitative data, and jargons related to the main topic, as well as nouns and verbs. Need assistance here? Let me know. Reading part B is easy to handle, but here you would deal with words or phrases on clinical practices, medical procedures, or activities, mostly with a verb that's indicative of the answer. Here we need to read a bit more into the text, unlike the quick scanning done in part A of reading. Next comes reading part C. These are easy to find on the internet in the form of articles or passages. They are less technical when compared to part A and part B. Let me remind you that given the short time of 30 days or less, I will take it for granted that you have a decent vocabulary by your side, and the only need now is to focus on your speed, transforming weak areas into strengths. Alright, now comes writing. Be a doctor or a nurse, you need to draft a letter on a case. It could be a discharge summary, a transfer from emergency to the inpatient ward or unit, or to critical care unit, addressing the letter to someone who is responsible for in that department. Here, your scoring is based on a few aspects. To impress the evaluator, I would incorporate case notes and ignore what is not so relevant. Silly mistakes could be avoided by reaching out to an English expert and receive quality feedback. And finally comes my favorite area, speaking. Speaking is where your ability to build a conversation, engage someone in a meaningful conversation on a specific topic or context is being evaluated. Here you perform a couple of role plays where you put yourself in the shoes of a healthcare professional and sound as a thorough medical or clinical professional. Your conversation should make absolute sense, primarily from the perspective of interacting with the patient or the patient's bystander. Anxiety, fear, nervousness could all surface during the role play, as it is common in real life, and therefore be ready for it. If you need help here, let me know. Speaking to someone with excellent linguistic ability in English and from a healthcare know-how background would certainly help. That's all about it. I'm holding live classes, and that too one-on-one sessions, and happy to accommodate you in if you are keen on improving your OET score. If you're dialing from outside India, please prefix +91 followed by 9500027288. Most of my students dialing from outside India have had issues connecting up, and therefore I need to stress the need to use the India International Code, as I'm located right now in the beautiful country India. All the best and see you soon. Bye-bye.